let's do that again because I looked completely and utterly
gormless.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Try and look less gormless this time.
So, right.
Hi everyone, today we are going to be talking about some of my mum's ultimate favourite products from skincare all the way through to makeup. These are the products that you just can't do without and you would buy time and time and time again. So there are a lot of products that are probably going to be missed out of the products that we're going to talk about today because you don't have an ultimate favourite in everything.
No, I don't.
Well, let's get straight on with it. If you're new here, hi, my name's Gemma. This is my mum, Jan. I upload new videos on YouTube every single week and I would really, really appreciate it if by the end of this video you found it helpful or entertaining. Click on that subscribe button, come and join the Pampered Wolf Pack, and also the like button and the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Okay, so before we jump into the first product, which I believe we're going to talk about skincare items first, I just want to let everybody know that all the previous videos that featured my mum with a skincare routine or any other makeup videos, you still really love those products.
I do.
So it's not that my mum doesn't like them anymore, why they're not featuring in this video, they're just not an ultimate favourite, or maybe they are a really high price point, and with the economy being as it is at the moment, we're all trying to tighten our belts and really spend money and focus our money on the products that really make a difference and economise on the products that you can get much more affordably and they do the same job.
Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely right. Yeah.
Excellent. So let's jump into the first product. Okay, so the first products we're going to talk about are skincare devices. And you're a big fan of skincare devices, aren't you?
I am. I've noticed such a big difference in my skin since I've started using them. And I've got 3 favourites, but 2 of them I'm classing as one because it's from the same company. And the first one is the CURRENTBODY LED devices. And I've got one for my neck and one for my face. And the one for my neck, I've noticed huge differences in. I told you many times before, haven't I, Jen, that I did not look after my skin, my neck, when I was younger, and I rue the day. But this device has made such a big difference in the crepiness of my neck, and other people have noticed as well.
I've definitely noticed a difference, and we have spoken about this on my channel before, so we're not going to go into masses of depth about what the devices actually do and how they work. Just as an overview, crepiness is reduced, wrinkles reduced, skin smoother and firmer, and discoloration, any hyperpigmentation really reduced.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I've noticed with the mask, is the pigmentation of my skin is completely different now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I am using other things as well that might have had something to do with it, but all the same, I think the biggest one will be the LED mask.
And the big thing for you, and definitely the thing for me, was after you'd used it for a few months, you actually, because we were gifted these from CURRENTBODY, we didn't have to pay for them. We were very, very lucky. They did give them us to try out, and we are making full use out of those because they're amazing products. But you did say if we hadn't have been gifted them, you would have gone out and bought them.
Definitely. Definitely I would. I can't be without it now. There are times when I don't use it, and that's usually when I'm away from the house. And when I go on holiday, I don't like to take it in a suitcase. So I look after it and leave it at home. Wouldn't be without it. It only takes 10 minutes anyway. So it's nothing out of your day, is it?
And they are quite pricey. As an investment, they're definitely an investment, but I remember it was about a year ago we did a video on these. It must have been about a year ago. I can't remember the exact date, but around about a year ago. And I remember you saying all the money that you spent on different creams, lotions and potions, had you known what you know now about the LED devices and what they can actually do and the speed that they can actually achieve the results, you wouldn't have bothered spending all that money on those.
I probably spent 10-fold the amount of money that the devices cost
and some
on creams. And it didn't do a blind bit of difference, I have to say.
They work.
They work.
They definitely work. So the other device.
NUFACE, love my NUFACE. I noticed that if I don't use it for a while, for example, if I've been on holiday or I'm away from the house for any length of time, then I do get some sagging around here. It's when you stop using it that you realise that actually I need to use that. It's temporary, isn't it? The NUFACE. It's a fantastic device and I wouldn't be without it, but unlike the current body, it is a temporary thing and you've got to keep using it, otherwise your skin goes back.
I'm not a huge fan of microcurrent. I think I've made that quite plain on this channel. It goes through me. It's like making my teeth itch. But the NUFACE has its place. But if I was to spend money on LED or microcurrent, it would be LED every day of the week. They have lasting benefits, whereas the NUFACE, like you said, it's temporary and you do have to keep using it to keep the effects. But you do look good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we forgot to mention the new one that we're trying out, didn't we?
I'm actually quite excited about this one.
Yeah, me too. I've only just started using it.
This is the Nearer Laser. I did an Instagram story all about this when it came, and that you didn't really even say hello when it arrived. You were in and you were out. Bye. We are using the Nearer Laser at the moment. It's very early days, so we can't really say anything about it, but we are your guinea pigs. So if it's going to work, we will do a future video on it and let you know our results. But watch this space. So enjoying using it at the moment, but time will tell. So let's move on. Okay, moving on to the next product, which I think this is probably the longest skincare product that you've ever used consistently.
I can't do without this one. I'm beginning to feel a little bit panicky because I've only got a third of a bottle left with no spare in my drawer.
Sweating.
It's niacinamide. Can't do without that. It's made a visible difference with my pores, I think. I get panicky when I'm getting towards the end of the bottle.
I would probably say that all the pore minimization and all the skin tightening, if we'd have been using the LED masks and also the NUFACE at the time that you started your niacinamide, I would probably have attributed the pore minimization to those devices, but actually you had great results before you even started those.
That's very, very true. Very true.
We know it works.
And every time I go into Boots, they've sold out.
I do have one in a drawer that you can take. Do you see this? This is what I have to put up with. So you've tried lots of different niacinamides before. Revolution, Skincare, and
the INQUIRIES.
The INQUIRIES one, and I think one from Superdrug, their own brand.
Right.
But you always go back to the one from The Ordinary.
The Ordinary,
So it's
every
the
time.
Ordinary's niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1%. That's the one. So that's the one that you use all the time. And you can put it around your eyes. You can put it all the way over your eyelids if you choose to. It's a great skin barrier protector and also repairer. And it's also great for anybody that has any hyperpigmentation or suffers with any pigmentation, because it's a melanin inhibitor. So it will stop that melanin from getting to the surface of the skin. So you'll find that your skin tone also evens out, as well as it really regulating any sort of oil production within the skin. So you'll also be slightly less greasy as the day goes on as well. But it's also good for anybody with dry skin. So it shouldn't dry your skin out, but it's good at doing all those things. Brilliant. So I have said in previous videos that if your moisturizer or other products have niacinamide in, there really is no need for you to have a standalone serum. Okay, moving on to the next product, which is prescription tretinoin.
Yeah, I do get it on prescription now, but before I used to get some off the internet, which was a very, very good make. Don't ask me what it is because I cannot remember, it's so long ago.
I don't know.
But I get it from DERMATICA now, and it's really, really easy to do because it comes every month through the door without any problem whatsoever. I don't have to remember to reorder it or when it goes out of date, looking at those sorts of things. And it's brilliant. They look after you really well as well. Every 3 months or so, they ask you to send photographs of your skin without makeup.
Which is traumatic.
Oh, it's dreadful. And they make suggestions for changes in your prescription if they feel that it's necessary.
And ask your opinion on different things if you're having any problems with it, any concerns. They are really, really good. And tretinoin is proven scientifically to work. It really is one of those things that will rewind back time and really reverse any sort of skin damage that you've had, especially that's been caused from sun damage. So it will really reduce hyperpigmentation, even out your skin tone, plump up the skin, really smooth any texture, fine lines, wrinkles. It just pretty much does everything other than mow your lawn, make you a cup of tea, that sort of thing. Okay, let's move on to moisturizer. And although you don't have a set favourite, a moisturizer is a must in your routine, especially as you use tretinoin.
Yeah, and also as you get older, as I've found that I really do need more than I used to when I was younger.
And I'm actually surprised that this is the one that you're using and having great success with, because if you're a regular to my channel, you will know that my skin is actually quite normal to dry, and your skin is more combination oily. So I'm surprised that this one, which is slightly heavier and thicker and more emollient, is one that you're having great success with, and it feels really nice and lightweight on your skin.
Previously, I've used some really expensive moisturizers, especially in the past, where I thought that that was what you had to do. Now, I've realized that you don't need to spend a lot of money to get the same kind of ingredients into your skin. And I was using the Chantecaille, which is the most beautiful product. I can't deny it's the most beautiful product, but gosh, it's got a really high price tag. So at the moment I'm using CERAVE, and it's really working a treat. So I'm quite interested to try some of the other moisturizers that CERAVE have got. The one that I'm using at the moment is quite a thick cream.
It's the one in the tub.
Yeah.
The one that would last you about 50 years.
Yeah.
Because it's just so large.
Yeah, I really am very impressed with CERAVE.
And it's done wonders for the skin here that you were having a little bit of flaky
dryness
skin from your tretinoin. And that's all.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened again, has it?
No, it's gone. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, finishing off the skincare portion of this video with the most important product. And if you're a regular, you will know exactly what we're going to talk about next. This is a must-have in any skincare routine.
Yeah, SPF. SPF 50 is now a complete regular in my skincare routine. When I went away on holiday, I realised that I'd running out of my favourite Paula's Choice, which is really good because makeup goes on a dream over the top of it. So at the moment, I've got ROCHE-POSAY.
La Roche-Posay.
La Roche-Posay.
It's the ultralight one, isn't it?
It is the ultralight one.
It's like putting water on your skin. It's very, very lightweight.
Very runny. Very, very runny.
Now, I'm not sure you're going to be able to get this in the US. You have a version of it, but it doesn't have the same UV filters in. It is a chemical sunscreen, and the chemical filters that we have that are regulated in the UK, you can't get in the US. So if you buy this in the US, it will be a different version, and I think it's slightly thicker, so just be warned, it's not the same product, but this one is beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, and I use that every day. I will go back to the Paula's Choice in the end. This is a really good alternative, and I like them both, really.
I think the thing that I really like about the Paula's Choice, it does sting my eyes, which is a problem for me, but it doesn't sting yours, does it?
Not at all.
Really quite strange. The thing I like about the Paula's Choice is it's so lightweight because it is a moisturiser, so it sinks in so beautifully. Better than the La Roche-Posay. It's got a slight greasy feel. And that takes a little bit longer to sink into the skin.
I have to leave my skin a bit longer, probably 10 minutes longer before I put any makeup on the top. But I'm lucky that I don't have to worry about the time.
I'm so jealous.
I know. Very lucky.
Okay, moving on to makeup, and this is a question that I get asked all the time. What is your mum's favourite foundation? What is your mum's favourite concealer? In fact, pretty much everything. What is your mum's favourite? What does your mum think about that? So everything that I review, I tend to pass on to you. In fact, we've got some little pots now, so you don't really have to wait until I've finished with a product before my mum tries it. I tend to dispense some in a little pot. So
why didn't we think about that before?
I have no idea. I have absolutely no clue. Anyway, I get asked about this all the time, so hopefully this will answer quite a lot of your questions.
My favourite, I have two favourites now. One is an old favourite, which I'll come to in a minute, but the first, I suppose, is the one that I really, really didn't want to like when I tried it because it's so expensive and it's beautiful, and that's Clé de Peau. I actually got it on today because I knew we were filming, so I thought I'd push the boat out and put it on. And it's lovely, really is beautiful. It just glides over the skin. Any pores that you've got that are still there after the niacinamide, gone. Just gone.
It's very, very
Beautiful.
smoothing. And it sits nicely even on a drier skin because it's my ultimate favourite, as I've talked about quite a lot, so I'll not bash on about it, but it's just absolutely beautiful. And it's the matte version you're talking about, isn't it?
It is.
It's not flat. It's a really beautiful natural matte. In fact, I think it's called Radiant Matte. I don't find it shiny or sparkly, but it's very, very skin-like and perfecting. So next favourite.
Right, well, this is a really old-time favourite, and I have to say, because it's so much more affordable, it'll have to go to the top of the list, and that is the number 7 Hydraluminous.
Now, I'm not quite sure if you can get that in the US still. I don't think they're going to release it. Please correct me if I'm completely wrong here, but it's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And every time you turn up at the house wearing it, I go, oh, your skin looks nice.
So it's been my favourite for a very, very, very long time, and I think it always will. But the Clé de Peau is also very beautiful. So, yeah.
It is lovely, but that initial lay down of cash is like...
You have to sit down after you've paid the money, don't you?
Let's move on to concealer.
Yeah. Okay, well, this one is Lancome.
Yeah,
I use, and it's the all over concealer. It's really good coverage, and sometimes I just use that just with a few blemishes and under my eyes, and that's it for the day if I'm not going out anywhere.
And you don't put foundation on, you just use that to conceal and off you go.
Yeah, off I go. With a bit of blusher. Can't do that with blusher.
The Lancome is one of my ultimate favourites. I have a combination that I use when I use the Lancome. You don't feel the need to mix it with anything else. It is just enough for you on its own.
I think so, unless somebody's going to tell me differently.
No, I think it looks beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
beautiful.
Really happy with it.
The good thing about the Lancome that I've spoken about a lot, again, so I won't wax on about it, it's stretchy. So it doesn't tend to crease. You can be as expressive as you want to around the eye area, and it will move with the skin. Do you set it in place?
I do set it in place with my next all-time favourite.
Oh, so let's move on to that.
It's the Pat McGrath blurring powder that I use, and I've tried all ways of putting it on. It's the same every time, regardless of the technique that you use. I've tried it with a damp blending sponge, or I've just tried dabbing it in. I put it on my eyelids as well to set that, and it's perfect.
And it's quite smoothing as well, isn't it?
Very, very smoothing.
And non-drying.
Yeah.
Have you ever found that you can apply too much? Have you ever put too much on and it gone a little crepey underneath your eyes, or have you not had that issue?
I've had that issue if I put it on dry with my finger.
Right.
So I've got to be very careful, because I use it with a damp blending sponge, but it does tend to use the product a lot more quickly. So being a bit frugal, I try not to do that as much as I can.
But in moderation, the right amount, completely non-drying.
I love it.
Yeah, beautiful. It is really, really beautiful. Okay, so from an under eye setting powder, let's transition into the full-on face powders, because I know this is not particularly an ultimate favourite product, but this is an ultimate favourite technique.
It's just been life-changing since I saw your video on it. I thought, why haven't I done that before? I use the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and it's the buffing technique, which is just amazing. It just smooths everything out, and it sets it in place for the rest of the day. Before I just patted stuff in, and then it got shiny down here, and it still does go a bit shiny in my T-zone, but nowhere near as much as it used to do. And it's incredible.
So it is very, very smoothing, and it's also perfecting on the skin as well. So if you've applied a little bit too much blush or bronzer, or things are a little bit patchy, if you can still see your pores, if your skin's not looking as even as you would like, just getting a little bit of translucent powder, and it is only a little bit. So coat your powder brush with a little bit of powder, really buff that into the brush, knock off the excess, and then go in and swill. Very little pressure on the brush. You don't need to apply a lot of pressure, otherwise you might start removing product. My mum has been turning up at my house and her skin looks better than mine.
It's I'm not sure that's
not
true.
allowed. It really isn't allowed. And it just looks so beautiful, but not heavy. Because sometimes if you're using a powder, you can look unnatural and your makeup can start looking a bit cakey and heavy. It doesn't happen if you use the tiniest bit of powder, and it does make the world of difference, especially to pores.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Yeah. And like I say, I'm using the Laura Mercier one at the moment, and I can't say whether it's a favourite yet because it's the only one I've tried using this technique, but it might very well end up being a favourite.
It is a lovely powder.
Yeah, it is. And you just need the tiniest bit. That's all you need.
Okay, final products that we're going to talk about in this video are lipsticks, because ever since I was a really little girl, my mum's signature makeup staple has been your lipstick. You would never go anywhere without lipstick.
Still won't, actually.
And I'm completely the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm a lot more comfortable with a very neutral lip, or just a little bit of lip gloss or a bit of lip balm, but you need colour.
I really do. I don't feel as if I am myself without a little bit of colour on my lips. And my cheeks, actually. I've been known in the past to use lipstick on my cheeks as well. I realised, as much as I loved my lipsticks, that I was wearing the wrong colour all the time, which was a big revelation to me. I still love those colours, but obviously the ones that I'm using now are different.
Let me just interject and say they weren't the wrong colours. You can wear any colour you like. It's not wrong. If you want to wear it, you should wear it. But the colours that really make your eyes pop, the lipsticks weren't those shades.
True. And so now I'm using more of a peachy shade, pinky peachy shade.
Peach.
Yeah, instead of the other ones that I used to use. So the products I'm using now are the matte cream crayon. I think it's 102. A lip gloss, which isn't really a lip gloss, is it? It says it's a lip gloss.
It's more like a lip lacquer.
Yeah, which is very, very nice.
In fact, who did you get the information from that product?
Stephanie Marie. Thank you, Stephanie Marie. I watched your video so many times to get the right shade and the right name.
It was a dupes video. We were actually watching Stephanie's video in the middle of Boots, trying to get the right shade. So, and it's
I've got it now.
Beautiful product. How many compliments have you had since you changed your lip colour?
Loads, actually. I can't count them. Loads. It just shows you, doesn't it? Where you think you're looking all right, but actually you look better in a different colour.
So the two products that you're using at the moment, which last all day, the L'Oreal Matte Cream Crayon in 102 and the L'Oreal Brilliant Signature Lip Gloss in Be Captivating, which is 305. I will list all of the products that we've talked about with the shades of the products in the description box. If you want to see pictures of all of the products, click on the Shop Everything in One Place here link, and that will take you to the page where you can see all the pictures as well, because I know a lot of you find that helpful to have a visual image as well. But they are your ride or die daily combo.
Yeah, but I can't not mention Beauty Pie lipsticks as well. They are just so creamy and moisturising, and I love them. Absolutely love them.
They feel so luxurious, don't they?
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Your favourite before was Naked Pink.
Still love that colour.
And I'm going to make you say the name of your current favourite.
You sexy thing.
Just makes me
just
giggle.
Me.
That's just you. That's just me. Give it a... That's just me. Okay, so that concludes this video. I know I'm going to get asked loads and loads of questions about what your favourite cleanser is. There's lots of other products, blush, bronzer, mascara, brow products, things that we've not mentioned in this video. And I don't want to put an ultimate favourite in this video that's really not your ultimate favourite.
No, I don't have one at the moment for those products, you see. Maybe in the future I'll find one. But
you do use blush and bronzer and all those sorts of things, but we can't really say that they are your favourites.
No.
It would be slightly insincere because I think a lot of you really value my mum's opinion and would then go out and buy them, and you're a bit nonplussed about the ones you're using at the moment. They're very nice.
Yeah, they're fine, but they're not something that I would definitely go out and rebuy.
Whereas all of the products that feature in this video definitely fit in that category.
Definitely, yeah.
So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed seeing my mum again. Hopefully she will feature on my channel a little bit more frequently. We've just not been able to film since Christmas. It's just been a bit of a nightmare, and we were supposed to film a couple of weeks ago, and then I wasn't very well, and my mum's been away on holiday. So this is the soonest she's been able to come since Christmas. Such a busy, hectic schedule. So don't forget to hit that like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and hope to see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.
Bye.